Hi, everybody. It's Linda G, and I'm here with Mel Dor.
Hi.
How are
Hey,
you
Miss
doing,
Linda.
my friend?
I'm hanging in there. Warmed up in Chicago. It's 27 today.
Geez, are you
Haven't-
sweating?
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta put the air conditioner on. How are you, dear?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm hanging in there, moving along. If sunny out here, it's going to be in the 60s.
Yay.
I guess
Uh,
it's getting busy up near San Jose because of the Super Bowl.
well, I don't think Cheetolini's going to attend, do you?
No, he said he's not.
Well, because he doesn't want to get booed.
Oh my God, he got booed really hard at that other game he was at.
Well, he's going to get booed a lot more before it's over.
So this will be good. We need to get in the deep dive to see what the hell's going on, how he's
Absolutely.
reacting and stuff.
I just want to say hi to Andrew Nikki Products. Keeps my hands and my face good during this awful weather.
Yeah.
And of course, my trips, I got two for the Danube, but you got to hurry because final payment's February 8th. Galapagos is sold out. I can wait list you. And I've got a few openings for Iceland, but the airline seats are selling out because everybody and their brother's going to Iceland to see the eclipse. So
Oh, that's right. That's
people
right.
can't get airline tickets. So there you go. All right.
Okay, so
Those are my
thank you guys.
infomercials.
Got nearly 300 questions.
That's all righty. Can I just talk about one real quick? I mean, it's quick.
Yeah,
Okay, this is from Mischiefs, and I'm going to read the question, then I'll just extrapolate, not long. It says, is type 2 diabetes really caused by a parasite in the body that can be easily removed? The answer is no, it is not. Because if that's the case, everybody and their brother that was diabetic would have the parasite removed. Please, people, don't pay attention to all of the misinformation out there.
yeah.
This is
I
mis
got type 2 diabetes after, the birth of my second son, who was 10 pounds, 1 ounce.
wow.
All of a sudden, right before cancer, I think I got type
Uh,
2.
I was nine
But you
pounds.
can get it later in life,
Yeah, you can. But so please don't get sucked into all this misinformation going on. That is just like the worm in Kennedy's brain, it's just not true.
Well, no, he had a
So
worm in his brain.
I know I'm being cocky, but
Oh,
but the diabetes thing is not true. If you have a medical condition, please talk to your doctor.
yeah.
There's no parasites that cause diabetes
You
that
know
I've
what
ever.
surprised me is that Mary Tyler Moore got type 1 diabetes in her 20s. I
Yeah,
didn't know you could get type 1 when you're older.
you
I always
can.
thought it was juvenile.
Most type 1 diabetes is juvenile, but you can get it when you're in your 20s. Absolutely.
Wow. Oh,
I
guess what I watched last night?
what?
Best in Show.
Oh, who won? I didn't get a chance to watch. We were rooting for a Whippet, but who won? Oh, Best in Show. I'm sorry. I was thinking about Westminster Dog Show. I'm sorry. I'm on the wrong page.
No, no, I don't watch those shows.
Okay.
But oh my God, I was crying. I was laughing. I forgot how funny that was when that actress who's real popular now, the one that always like this with the big breastises, she was with a guy who was like 90. He didn't have any teeth. And she says, we both have but he's really wealthy. We both have so many things in common. We both like soup.
I gotta watch it.
But that guy who emceed it, you never saw it. It
Mm-mm.
was hysterical. And the reason I watched it because Catherine O'Hara was in it.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
her.
she passed.
That they had two guys, a very proper Englishman, being the guest, the host for this Best in Show, and they had I can't Willis, Fred Willis, I think is his name. I don't know if he's still alive, but he was hella funny, and he said. So he's doing these off the wall comments. I surprised that guy didn't break down. And he said, and the guy said, yes, most of the participants have to go to obedience school. And he said, yes, they threw me in obedience school once, and that hot wax on my private pretty much made me sit straight up.
I gotta watch it.
Oh, it's hysterical. But you love all the dogs. And they had two actors who aren't gay but play gay. They were hysterical.
I gotta
And
see
they
it.
had law show upsos. And they were watching something, and then you see the trainer run towards that blonde actress, and they start making out, and the two of them are holding their law shows, and they look at each other and said, "Oh my, so and so has two mommies now." It was so funny.
I
Anyway,
trained dog.
Best in Show. It's
I trained.
free on Comcast
I
or
gotta watch.
Netflix. It's free on Netflix.
I trained dogs yesterday.
Oh, you did? Oh, you would love that show. I can't believe you haven't seen it. It
I
came
haven't
out in the
seen it. I
year
gotta watch it.
it came out in the year 2000. It was a hit.
I've never seen it. I'll watch
Oh,
it.
you and your husband would love it.
I'll watch it. Catherine O'Hara I really loved. She was cool.
She was so funny.
You know,
Okay.
my favorite actress is Meryl Streep.
Yes, that what who Trump calls a has-been.
Oh, she's not a has-been. She's incredible. Maybe one of these days she can play a part in the movie they make about him that's going to be horrible. So,
And also he talked trash about that. I didn't watch the Grammys.
you know, who else stands up against him is Glenn Close. She made a
Yeah.
video that was totally against.
I didn't watch the Grammys because it's this youth, these people back in the day where I knew the bands. I don't know the bands anymore.
I don't either. I don't either.
I
So,
mean, Bunny, I love him because he's Puerto Rican and he stands for a cause, but I don't know his music.
yeah, I don't either. But maybe we should learn, huh?
Oh, but Trump did a triumph. He did a whole thing on Truth Social about what a has been the host was, and I mean, he just goes on and on. And I'm gonna sue him. He's
Oh,
so
he's going to sue everybody.
okay. Pick a.
Okay, this one's good. Patty B, 218 says, "Hello, dear angels." Hi, Patty. How will the crowds treat the US at the Olympics?
How will the what?
How will the crowds treat the United States people at the Olympics?
Poorly. I
Um,
almost saw like they're not invited, and it's a shame because these young kids work so hard. But it's because of Trump. He's such a bad seed.
well, most of the people I've talked to in Europe and in Canada, it's not the Americans that they don't like, it's Trump and the MAGAs. And I think we're a reminder that what's happening here can happen there. Because if it can happen here, it can happen, well, it can happen anywhere.
Well, look at
So,
Russia. They got that poo
oh yeah.
ass.
Uh, I mean, I mean, they're very expensive to attend, but as an attendee, I think it's in Italy. I forget where it's at, but I would go.
Well, I like we're going into the Winter Olympics, right?
Yes.
I plan on watching this ice skating. You know, I love the ice
Oh,
skating. That's what I'm gonna watch.
my
I
cousin is
enjoy the Winter Olympics.
my cousin is a pro and she teaches ice skating.
I
And
love
so
it.
I love to she teaches little kids. I love to go to the rink and watch them. I need to put my skates back on. I haven't had them on in years, but it's so cute to see the kids. They're so cute out there.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Uh,
Okay, my question is from Crazy Jane. Will Johnson be removed as House Leader soon? He's down to only one vote.
well, you know, my guides had been showing me that there's petitions circulating in the House or will be to remove him. And I didn't see him staying in until the midterms. I could be completely off base, but I think people have had it with him. Like, for
Well,
example,
the only thing that's keeping him there is he's Trump's lapdog.
oh, of course. I mean, if Trump would stop, he'd have brown all over his face. Uh, uh, I won't extrapolate on that. You know, it's amazing to me that whenever the funding bills come up or anything important in the House, he sends them for vacation. So he's responsible for this partial shutdown
And
because
then they had that Texas seat 40 days before they voted someone in, and it was a Democrat.
I know. And you know what? Here's some good news in this. When everybody gets frustrated and when's it going to change? When's it going to change? It's changing.
As
Look
we
at
speak.
Texas, a red state who put a Democrat in. That that tells us that things are changing. It's a bellwether of the change we see coming. Yay.
He's packing his stuff and he's going and he's overwhelmed. It's what, you know what I hear is that song, you know that song One Thing After Another?
Yeah. Yep.
I feel that tune and I feel like it's just one thing after the other and Trump getting really sick according to these cards.
Ooh.
So I don't know if Trump is sick in the head and saying things that are crazy.
When you said that, I pulled the card. I got the Emperor. And let's see here. Wow. Um, it's weird. I keep having my dream. Um, that um I keep seeing the headline saying that Trump has passed away.
Okay, well, you've been having this dream for over a year now.
I know it hits me really strong, but so do you think that Johnson will finish out his term? I don't, I mean,
I'm seeing him packing his bags and going, so he'll be forced out. That's what I can tell you.
look what I pulled. So-
He'll be
Just,
forced out. So listen, even with the midterms, let's say it goes all blue, he'll be he might even leave. He might not even win his seat back.
oh, I'm glad you brought that up because when you said that, I get cold chills up and down my
Yeah,
spine. And I said to Spirit, is what Linda, verify what Linda is saying. Will he win his seat back? And the answer came back, no.
yeah.
And look, I pulled another card. Look, the moon. All kinds of stuff coming up about him, about how he and Trump, how Trump was running things behind the scenes.
Well, he was trying to remember what Andre and Ness say, that whole Neptune thing was trying. They would live in this la la land, like, yeah, this is our future, this is our focus. Now they're saying that even the partial shutdown, there's no intention though. Johnson announced the partial shutdown will end tomorrow. There's no intention of voting, just like my guides told me, because at first they said they came to a conclusion. I thought, I guess I was wrong, but no, they haven't. They don't want to give a dime to ICE.
You know what? I asked what would happen with that, with the funding for ICE and with Mike Johnson. It was twofold, and I pulled the Five of Cups. I say that's kind of walking away in disgrace with him like this,
Yeah.
and I see ICE being defunded,
I looked at
or
the
not
way
defunded, but they'll cut the funding.
I look at what you have to be in order to be uh, hired by ICE. You
Oh,
need a drug test. That's not happening. You need a bachelor's. You need a background completion. None of that's happening. They're taking anybody off the street.
that's not happening. Um, Maybe we should have somebody apply and check it out.
Yeah. So go ahead. Give me a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm doing three things at once here. That was a good question. Um, oh, this is a good one. Becky Hare says, is a venerable monk's walk for peace with their dog Aloka making a difference in the US and will they be received well in DC?
They'll be received well, but they're not making any difference with Trump and the maggots.
I don't think they're making a difference with Trump, but I do think every step they take is a step for peace. And I think that, like what happened to Minneapolis, people band together to stand up against the tyrant. And I think the walk for peace is important. It's not going to change the MAGAs, you're right. But I do think people will look at that and say, wait a minute, look at what these guys are doing. Um, somebody here says, I saw them in a South Carolina small neighborhood. There were hundreds of people of all races and economic backgrounds. You could feel the energy. When they left, we drove ahead and met a couple of them as they took pictures and gave out flowers.
And it almost feels, remember, I don't know if Jesus really said this. This is from a Bible written by man. But they said that he told his people, when you go to a home, if they don't accept you, shake the dust off your feet as you're walking out the door.
Essentially,
Because,
right, bless them and wish them well and do your work.
Yeah,
right?
but he also said Sodom and Gomorrah will be better place than them. Basically, by shaking the dust off, you curse them. And I've often wondered, did they go into towns and as long as they're showing peace, love, dove, they bless it as they leave?
Right. That's what they're doing
Yeah,
every step. So it won't be received well by MAGA. You're right.
no,
But
they could
I
care
do
less.
think that by virtue of the fact that they're doing it, it helps to energize those of us to speak up about world peace and to speak up about the injustice going on in this
Yeah,
country.
yeah. So
That's
let
all.
me ask you this. I don't see it yet, but I'm sure it's in here. This Epstein, oh my God, it was fantastic. Who they released it and then took it back, but somebody was able to get all the real information. It is just as horrible as you can expect. And there's a lot of people stepping down in other countries that were in these files.
Oh yeah.
So more is coming out. And he said he was never on Epstein's island and all this.
Yeah, right. And
But
I own the Brooklyn Bridge. Didn't you know that?
but is this having any effect on Trump?
Well, he's going to say it's not true, but notice every time that things start to come out, how he creates a diversion. And the new diversion is, I forgot that, oh, he's closing the center, Kennedy Center because it needs to be
Oh, it's
remodeled.
broke. He already broke it. Nobody will
Exactly.
perform at the Kennedy Center. We know the real reason.
That's exactly why it's going bankrupt.
Yeah.
So that's
Bankrupts we can't have nothing nice. He bankrupts everything.
he bankrupts everything. I do see more of the Epstein files coming out, but I see delay separation, which will end. People are going to open their eyes to the deception, and people are going to turn away from him. So
Well,
yes, it
also
will have an
all
effect.
these, including Bill Gates, I couldn't believe it. No wonder his wife left him. He
Oh
got
yeah,
gonorrhea from one of the European women.
well, it
All
will
these
have an
men,
effect.
and it breaks my heart, but it will destroy all their reputations. Here's the deal. They're saying, why is there no one in handcuffs? Why are they not putting anybody in jail for this?
You know, my light bulb just went on. Just like he picked on Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was a MAGA. Um, I see him, and he's already said it, but I see him and the MAGAs completely disassociating themselves from Donald Trump.
Yeah, that'll happen. Definitely. He's getting
Um,
sick. I'm telling you right now.
and part of the reason for that is the Epstein files.
Yeah. But let me tell you something. Margie Taylor Greene said he's going to bomb Iran next to try to take the the vision. But I saw that the president of China said if he touches Iran, we will hit the United States. China
And
will
they
hit
will.
the United
And they
States.
will.
And maybe that's what stopped him. Because he wanted to hit Iran. I could feel it. I thought last weekend he would hit Iran.
And, still not out of the picture.
Yeah.
But I asked what's going on with Trump, and I pulled the cards, and look what I got. This card means anxiety, not sleeping well,
Self-induced. Yep.
but it can also be a death card.
Ooh.
So it just goes along with what we were saying. And then I said, what's Trump going to do next? And look what came up. Illusion, delusion, confusion,
Yeah.
like he always does. So yes, it will affect him bigly, as you say.
As you say, it could be a death card, and I wanted to say sweet talker. Okay, go ahead and ask me a question.
That was good. Okay. Um, we've seen a lot of changes in education in the past several years, but nothing like what's happened under the current administration. Will our public schools lose funding for special education services and the free lunch program and states and I'm sorry, will our public schools lose funding for special education services and the free lunch program as it states in Project 2025?
They'll try, but I'm seeing, even in towns, regular folks covering the lunch program. A
They
lot of
will.
very wealthy people are giving a lot of money to schools for the wealthy for the
I
people.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I do see funding cuts, yes. But remember, once Trump is gone, those funds will be reinstated. And I had a feeling too that I saw people buying food in bulk and making and there was a line of hungry kids and they were handing this food out to these hungry children. So people like us will step up. Wealthy people, middle class people, even some poor people will step up and say, we are not going to let these children be hungry. And speaking out against special education, some way or another, the school systems will figure out how to keep special education afloat.
That's
So,
great.
but there will be funding cuts, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, they already are doing. She's trying to shut down that McMahon, the one who had no business working for the department. Oh, she'll be on the plank for the Nuremberg trials too.
Oh, good,
So,
good.
so this is a good question. We may want to throw our cards on this. When will the Kennedy Center open back up? Because I don't see him alive in 2 years.
Me either. Um, and I see him not paying the contractors, just like having problems with the contractors, just like he did for his ballroom that the court said he can't do. Um, I I see, the reason it's bankrupt is because nobody wants to perform there. You're right, because of Trump. I see once he's gone, I think I don't see it closed for a full 2 years. Um, I see the number 15. So I'm thinking maybe about 13, 14 months, 15 months, maybe, if that.
So a
That's what
little
I think.
over a year. Okay, let me.
Right.
It's going to open back up. It could be summertime.
Or it could be the 15th of the month.
Yeah, it could be summertime. Private money is coming in to save that place.
Yes. Oh, good. But then you know what Trump will
But
do?
it's not with him.
You know what just hit me?
What?
If he gets the contractors for that, which he shouldn't, it showed money going under the table from contractors. Like maybe he would try to get a cut on what the contractors were making for entertainment purposes only, but that would be found out. And so
Oh,
what
he's
I
a
see is a
lot of money.
found
Him and his family are ripping the United States off as
oh,
we sit here.
what I see is a non-for-profit foundation set up to take donations specifically targeted for the Kennedy Center. And
But
Trump will
Trump
try,
has nothing to do with it when that happens.
I
Trump is
know,
gone.
but Trump will try to stop it because he doesn't want it reopened because nobody will perform there. That's why I closed it. But
Yeah,
it won't work. I
but
see it
Trump is
reopen.
not alive when it gets revalued.
Oh yeah, that's what I see, a
He's not
foundation.
around. Yeah. He can't
Um,
stop it if he's dead.
no, he can't. But it reopens, I think, after he's passed. But I still see a foundation that will donate lots of money because look, working with the hands, but I see pinnacles, lots of money,
Yeah, money will be coming in. They want to make it back to the Kennedy Center.
and they will. And pass legislation in the future that in order to, I don't know what the legislation says now, but you just can't willy-nilly rename it. You have to go through Congress. But Trump didn't do that.
He doesn't care. He doesn't do that anyway.
No,
So
he doesn't.
what kind of question you got?
All right. Um, okay, PEC 9905. This is a good one. Will the USA ever earn back its status and reputation as a world leader? Or will we forever be known as the idiots who let a 34-time felon run our country into the ground and make us the laughing stock and enemy of most of the world, even though most of us despise him as much as the rest of the world does?
Let me tell you something. He did not win this. He did
Yeah.
not win this, and this will be proven beyond a reasonable doubt that he cheated and he lied. We all knew that Elon Musk helped him. And we all know. In fact, when Elon Musk is escaping, maybe back to South Africa, somehow or other, I see us knowing what he did in more detail. But she did not lose. She won, and he stole it, and that's typical. He tried to steal it in 2020. He
All
did
right.
the January 6th. He paid for those people to come. So did
Um,
Jenny Thomas's wife. Thomas is going too, by the way. I'm sorry I keep telling you guys that, and we don't, it hasn't happened yet, but it's coming.
It's going to take a while for us to gain our reputation back, but I think only when we pass legislation.
Well, I think it'll help when the people see that actually Kamala Harris won
Oh, yeah.
and that she was cheated out of it. I think people and nobody would be surprised that he cheated.
I mean, we all know that, but it's a question of the evidence coming forward to prove that, and it
Right.
will.
I
That's what
mean,
I.
yeah, there was people that voted God, the Cuban guy that was a big fan of his and had all these things and like that woman that said for Trump, you know, and he just got it deported.
There you go. Um, it's what I see is we will gain our reputation back. It's going to take a while once Trump is gone. But I see legislation passed to prevent convicted felons, if they still have an active case going on, for from running for the president of the United States.
Yeah,
Um, he was a convicted felon when that happened.
yeah.
And had that been a Democrat, the MAGAs would have been, you can't do that, blah, 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 blah. But boy, how they just swept that under the carpet with him.
And
Like,
look how they got rid of. Was he from Minnesota? Where was he from? Al Franklin.
yeah, yeah, right,
Oh, because he posed and it was a fake pose. He wasn't even touching that woman's breast, and they made him step down.
right.
And it's like, in the meantime, all this stuff with Trump with these young girls' pictures.
And they have civil proof in a civil case about Jean Carroll, what he did to her, and she's still waiting for her
She's
money.
still waiting for her 84 million.
She'll get it, by the way. She'll get a
Yeah.
plus. She'll get a plus interest because
But I feel like she might get it after he's dead
what I see is the court saying after he's gone that that money, they'll just go in and grab it.
and
They'll put a
freeze
lien, they'll
everything.
just go and grab it from the estate plus interest. Now they're going to go for interest.
Yeah.
I don't think for her it was about the money, it was about justice.
She really and oh, that pissed him off that she won.
He
So
didn't want
he's almost like saying over my dead body. He won't give
exactly.
me money.
Well, you know what? That's pretty much right on the money because it will be. All
Yes.
right. Is it your turn or mine? I think it was yours.
It's your turn.
Okay. Kathy Burden says, why are there not more regulations at these concentration camps to make them safe for the people they are putting in them? I don't understand this course. We don't understand anything that's going on. We're in the twilight zone.
No, we're in the Nazi zone. They could care less about the safe and well-being and welfare of the children, etc. They are cruel people that love to punish human beings.
You know what I see for the optics of it? And I was thinking of this the other day driving home, that they might have a center, a smaller center that they'd bring people through, reporters to say, you see, it's not so bad here, to kind of, here again, for optics. The Nazis did that. They had a place called Theresienstadt in the Czech Republic. And that's where Hitler promised the Jewish people that would be their Shangri-La. He gave them fake titles to property that they didn't even own when they got there. It was a town, a small town, and he crammed like 75,000 people in this little town that was maybe meant for 5 or 7,000. And he kept them there until they sent them off to the death camps in Poland. But what he did was when they would invite reporters and the Red Cross and people like that to come through and look. And then they would start feeding the kids and the people that were interred there to fatten them up a little bit and say, and make it real clean and look how great we're treating them and see we're treating them really well. But here's the deal. Nobody ever asked the question, why were they there in the first place?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's what we need to do in this country. When they do that, and I tell you they will with a concentration camp here, let people come in. Oh, it's great, blah, blah. Not great, but they're taken care of. We need to ask, why are they there in the
Well,
first
we know
place?
why. We know
We
why.
know why, but
He
that's what
did it
needs
the
to
first
drive
time
it.
he was in office. He was cruel, not as cruel as they are now. But let me
That's
tell you something. I could be wrong, you guys, but I really feel ICE and Trump and all this will be gone by the end of this year. That's what I'm feeling.
There you go.
I don't see years and years.
Hallelujah.
So a remote viewer says that big money crash that we are all expecting will not happen until 2029. And then we have a whole new money system.
No,
What do you see?
I don't see a
Well,
whole.
they were talking online yesterday that apparently countries are dropping their gold that they, wanting their gold back that they left here and dropping bonds and everything. And the stock market went up today.
Right. It makes precious metals go up. Precious metals are off the charts. I don't see an end to our money system. I think certain people like Trump tried to make it, he didn't try to make it crypto. That was an optic because he made a lot of money on it because there's no regulation for crypto. It's
Yeah,
not regulated at all. I don't, we'll still have I don't see a major change coming in the money system. I do see legislation passed to prevent people like the Trumpsters and all that
yeah.
from taking money they shouldn't be taking. Um, and also, I see crypto regulated at some point, but that's a while off yet. So I'm just not seeing a whole new monetary system. I could be
Okay.
wrong, but I don't see it.
Now, do you got a question?
Yes. Okay, we've touched on this before, but I'll bring it up again. Susan Garland, Aloha Linda and Mel. Many psychics are predicting a major earthquake causing a rift. Edgar Casey predicted plate shifts. Do you see this happening in 2026? Here we go again. um, there's always going to be plate shifts. I mean, it's tectonics. I won't talk about what other psychics predict. you know, I think you're talking about some huge rift that would create a cataclysmic event. I don't see it. Now, will there be some big shakers? Absolutely. There always are. It doesn't take a psychic. But the bottom line is, I don't see this Malthusian catastrophe where California is going to slide off in the ocean and all that BS. I
Well, we
just
have
don't.
that geologist say it's impossible for it to slide
It's impossible. That's right.
based on the.
Right place on the tectonics.
But there was like 10 little earthquakes. If it's under a 5, to me it's nothing.
Right.
But
I mean,
they had a 4.5 out where Nicole lives. I didn't feel a thing.
there'll be some big shakers like 7 point or something like that. I don't know, seven on the Richter scale. But houses in California, they're pretty much made to withstand,
Yeah, they're wood and nails. Yeah,
right, big quakes. Will there be injuries? Of course. But creating a rift, I think she's talking about, or other intuitives are talking about, I just don't see it.
yeah, yeah. And that's our opinion. We're not saying who.
That's our opinion.
And they could. It's not that what they're saying is not going to happen.
Right.
I just don't feel it. Listen, when that Japanese earthquake happened in 2011, I got so nauseous and sick. And I told my client who was in the room, I could feel it. My ears started ringing loud. I said, there's going to be a huge earthquake. And sure enough, there was. But
I
I
watched that
get
tsunami
really
coming in.
sick, and I'll come online and let you guys know. Uh-oh, I'm feeling. But mind you, I was in California and could feel Japan.
Um, I mean, we will have quakes of that magnitude again in the future. Yes.
Yeah,
And unfortunately, it caused the deaths of 250,000 people thousands of miles away. You know, but I don't see like this humongous rift, I think, like they're describing.
right,
Um, and again, I see what I see, other psychics see what they see. I'm not saying they're right or wrong. I just don't see it. And I
right.
don't want people to live in fear about it.
Yeah, that's my main thing. My guide said you will calm them down. What is the purpose of living in fear? It just takes away from living.
It does, I agree.
So listen, somebody wants to know, will Marsha Blackburn win the Tennessee governorship?
She a Democrat?
She's a Republican, Marsha Blackburn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a
She's the
I'm having,
one of the horrible ones.
I'm having a brain freeze.
Marsha Blackburn. She's like Carrie Lake kind of energy.
Um, I pulled the
Will
magician.
Marsha Blackburn win as Tennessee governor? Yes or no? I want it to be no, but I have to be careful. I dislike her, so I have to be careful when I'm reading on it.
Ooh,
No,
no.
look, big no.
I pulled the the five of wands. There's gonna be like a huge fight. Um,
It
and look
looks
what I
like a
pulled.
man's gonna win.
I pulled the lovers. She's not gonna, I don't, I think, I don't see her in there. Um, I
She's
see a
not
man
gonna
with,
win.
I see a man with, lighter color hair. Um, I know this sounds general,
Could
but,
be. I think it's a Democrat. It could be a Republican, but not as bad as her. Not
uh,
a
I,
Trump Republican.
I even think people in Tennessee have had it with the Trumplicans,
I
people
love
all
what
over the
happened in
place.
Texas. Oh, that was wonderful.
You know what? There's going to be a lot of negativity coming out about her. I pulled the moon. A lot of things coming up to the surface and publicly about her that's just unsavory. And I pick up defeat. I could be wrong, but there's going to be a lot.
A lot of people, even Lindsey Graham, is getting ready to get kicked out.
Yeah. But look, I pulled the moon on her. It's like,
It's not what she thinks.
Well, there means a lot of negativity coming about her that'll be true. A lot of things that will decrease her popularity, and people will be like, "What are we doing? What are we
Well, you
thinking?"
know what I'm shocked about? They just showed on Twitter or something. Um, not Marsha Blackburn. Chuck Schumer was up there claiming that we need to send more money to Israel for arms.
No,
What the hell? What la la land is he in?
um, we need to send money to Ukraine.
I don't think Schumer's going to stay much longer. I think he's going to go.
I don't see him there longer
Those
either.
old folks and the ones that are on the payroll with Israel have to go.
I see a young, fiery Democrat in Schumer's place. By young, I mean probably somebody in their 40s or maybe 50s. Really, like, will not put up with any crap at all.
Yeah, that's great.
A real leader. That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, pick a question.
Kathy, this is kind of a long one, but okay. Kathy says, I'm still grieving the loss of my husband a year and a half ago, my youngest son 2.5 years ago, and my energy level, motivation, and confidence are all over the place. What small thing can I do that would help with the state of affairs that the U.S. is suffering? I've written letters, but mostly I just cry about the cruelty and feel helpless about the corruption. Also, for myself, if that's okay, will I find human companionship again? Thank you. Our prayers are going out to Kathy. Um, Kathy, keep writing. There's ways to speak up, do kind
No, she's
deeds.
asking how she can get through all this. Let's keep. Here's the deal. This too shall go away. She definitely, and also her family is with her, even though they dropped their bodies. They're on the other side. She is blessed by love from the other side. That's what the guides told me when I started this, get out of the doomsday. And it's hard to do whenever you keep hearing about these horrible things killing American citizens on the street. It's no wonder people are losing hope. But don't base your hope on things by man. Base your hope on things by God if you
But
can.
she poses a good question here that, if we don't mind, she says, what small thing can I do that would help with the state of affairs that the U.S. is suffering? People
She's
want to know
already
what
doing
can
it.
she's already doing it,
She's already doing it.
right? Just keep writing and do a kind deed or
Yeah, just
you
put
know,
it out and circle the earth with a white light and basically filter out that black energy because he's nothing but a black cloud.
oh, yeah, right. It's your turn, Linda.
Oh, will Trump be forced to abandon his effort to sue the IRS for 10 billion? Hell yeah.
Yes. That's they're gonna be like, say what?
He's a joke. And he wants to take American money. That's our money.
Taking it for everything. I wonder what's going to happen to that money in that bank in Cater. We'll see.
I want to tell you guys something else about Trump grabbing the Georgia ballots and stuff. Voting is done state by state, and yes, they were able to cheat because of Elon Musk and what he did with his satellites. But I don't see Musk being having the ability to do that again. I don't know why, but I will tell you that he the issue, and remember what I said, the issue, or what they say, the issue with so many people coming out to vote, I mean thousands and thousands and thousands, that it wipes out any ability for them to be able to cheat. That's what I saw. I saw they won't be able to stop the avalanche.
I ask about, you know, what happens to MAGAs, the whole Georgia thing, what happens to all that and the voter rolls. And this will represent Trump. We know he ordered it. And who was Tulsi Gabbard was right there with it. But look at what I pulled the tower.
Not
Ooh,
going to work out for them, you
not
guys.
going to work out. There's going to be a lot of conflict, a lot of, uh, and you know what? I see Georgia going dim anyway in the elections.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's just pissing people off. He's not in. What are they doing to create well-being within the world? What are they doing to make people say, "Oh, I just love this country so much"? While you
They don't
still
care.
go and your food is through the roof and you can't afford anything, your all your uh, insurances are through the roof. People can't afford health care. What exactly is he doing?
They don't, we get that because we're thinking with our critical thinking. He plays on people's emotion. You know, I'm not doing this to you. This group is doing that to you, and that group is going to you. And it's the Antifa, it's the left, it's, wrong answer. They'll always blame somebody. The same holds true for Russia. Look what Putin has done to the Russian people. Got them in a war, drained the economy, arrested people, killed people, locked them up put them away in the gulags for no apparent reason, and, made himself, dictator for life. Doesn't that sound familiar as to what's going on here?
Yeah. Well,
They don't
also
care about people. They don't care. They don't have a moral compass.
they
They
don't
care
have a moral.
about power. They want to stay
That's
in power.
all they want. And let me tell you, Ukraine has hit Russia again really big. I'm telling you, Russia's going down.
I talked to a lady the other day. She's from Ukraine and she's a teacher. And I'm going to have her on the show. And she talked about some of the horrors of war and
Yeah.
how horrible it is for the Ukrainians. And she said,
And
there's,
those Russian soldiers are so ugly to those citizens.
oh, I know. And she said, there's a man there she knows, and he was older, but he signed up to fight because they need people to help out. And and she said, he's been drinking and smoking cigarettes. And I said, well, maybe you should curb that. She goes, but when you see your friends get killed right in front of you, and when you see bodies laying everywhere, and
That's what
people that
happened
you,
in Vietnam. People just went on drugs and
right,
came out of it. Yeah.
and people that you know and love, and you see that happening. Um, and it was I was crying, and I said, for these people here who talk about civil war and some of those magas, yeah, we want a civil war and blah, 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 and the Proud Boys and all of that. I said, I'm going to have you on my show so people can hear about up close and personal what the horrors of war are really all about.
Yeah.
So,
So does SCOTUS feel responsible for the nightmare we're in, and do they plan to fix it? No, no, no. I
no,
see that the left-sided judges who are working their best to try to calm this down. Let me tell you something. When I read that, I got a hit. I don't know if it's Thomas or Kavanaugh, but someone's already let Trump know they voted no on the taxes that he does.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
he's asked them to hold off announcing it just yet. That's why they voted on this a while ago, but they're holding off because they want to give him time to sort it out.
He's got a direct line to SCOTUS. Come on.
But let me
Clarence
tell you
Thomas.
something. Once Trump is gone, they're all gone.
Oh yeah. Well, at least three of them will.
Yeah,
Uh, SCOTUS, they just delay things because, and then notice how quickly when he wants something passed through, how quickly he gets it to the court.
yeah.
I think that those justices are getting really scared. Do you pick up that any of their names are in the Epstein files?
Do I get what?
Do you pick up that any of their names are in the Epstein files? Any of those SCOTUS judges?
Well, I heard Thomas's.
Yeah, I see two names in there actually.
Yeah, I don't know who the other one is.
Um,
There were
but
some names that surprised me. Bush. I can't believe George Bush.
wow, wow.
I know. So I don't know, but these are they're making the FBI wrote down what they're writing down what someone's saying, and whoever this said about George Bush, it was a little bit out there, so I don't know if they were able to prove it or they're just documenting what he said.
Well, here's the good one from Cynthia. It says, why has the FBI had so much information for years about Epstein and never acted on it? Um, it seems like they could have stopped the first Trump presidency from ever happening. Much love to you both. Um, well, I think they've had it on files for a long time after they investigated. However, they swept a lot of it under the carpet until they find out the magnitude of it. And then there were a lot of politicians that put the clean opus on it because both Democrat and Republican alike, there are a lot of names that are mentioned, and they don't want
Yeah,
those names to be let out.
yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
pick up anyway. But I see everything, the moon, things coming to the surface, truth winning. And I see in the not so distant future, the entire Epstein files will be released in their entirety.
Wow.
And let me tell you something, heads are going to roll. They're
Oh,
rolling
it's going to
already.
be ugly, and I wish he was alive to see it. I just why I feel like he's not going to be around, I just don't know.
I'm not feeling
Or
it
he
either.
checks out mentally.
No, he's already checked out mentally. But
Here's another good last question. The final outcome for Nicki Minaj and her recent actions. Will she get her citizenship? And I heard no, as
no,
clear as day.
no, I don't see it. Um, oh well, we've been on almost a full hour, right?
I know. Can you believe it?
Goes
That
by
was
fast.
fun. It was good to see you next Monday.
Yeah, people say when they listen to us, it's like seeing two friends talk over coffee, and that's
Yeah,
what I like. I like for it to
yeah.
be that way.
That
I like
reminds
your
me.
top, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to do my prayers. Nicole did my prayers for me. So after we end, I'm going to go live. I'm going to make myself a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, I'm gonna go to the grocery store.
All right. Sounds, oh, I need to do that too. Thank you.
Uh, I hate
I
to go
don't have
grocery.
any gas too. I need to get gas.
Oh, uh,
All right.
me too. All right, bye.
Love you, honey. Cheers.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Is it in?